Welcome you back to the science class. I hope you all are doing good. So dear students, as you all know that we have successfully completed the term 1 syllabus. So now it's the high time for you all to do the revision work. Okay. So today in this video we shall be revising the chapter soil in terms of a mind map. Clear? So are you ready? Let's start. But before that, let's understand the objective. So today's objective of this class is to make you aware with the different concepts of this chapter, and at the end of this session you will be able to understand about the different concepts of this chapter. Clear? So let's start. So dear students, if you can see in this whiteboard, I have drawn the mind map related to the chapter soil. Okay? So today we shall be discussing the mind map of chapter soil. So here this is the name of the chapter, and the different subtopics of this chapter I have drawn at the different sides, and we shall be discussing about all these in brief. So let's start with the word soil. What is soil? Now soil is one of the most important natural resource. Okay, you know why? The soil is very much important for us because of various reasons. So let's discuss. So soil, it is very much important for us, or the importance of soil, because of these following reasons. Soil support plant growth by holding the roots. So what it is saying that soil is very much important for the growth of the plant. Alright. So what it does, it supports the plant growth. Okay, it supports the growth of the plant by holding the roots. Means the root used to anchor, the root used to hold the soil in order to stand upright. So the soil is supporting the plant. Okay, and even the soil is serving as the natural habitat. Means the living organisms, various living organisms, they survive on the soil. So it acts as a natural habitat. Thirdly, it is also necessary for the for agriculture. Okay, people used to grow the crops on the soil. Okay, and the soil is very much important as it supplies the nutrient and minerals, okay, to the plant for its growth and development. So these are the most important things for which the soil is very much necessary for us. Now we need to know how the soil is made up of. So the next topic we have discussed in the chapter is formation of soil by the process of weathering. Now what is this weathering? Weathering is nothing but the breaking down of rock by the different agents like air, water, sunlight. Okay, so different agents they used to break down the parent rock, okay, into small pieces. So the formation of soil is a very long process. It takes billions of years to form the soil. Okay, so breaking down of the bigger rocks into smaller pieces of rock is called only the weathering. Okay, so this is the process by which the soil is formed. Now the nature of soil always depends on the nature of the parent rock. Okay, that is also very much necessary. And then depending on the sizes of this rock particles, the soil is divided into different groups. Sometimes the particles would be small, sometimes these are big, sometimes they are of intermediate size. So depending on that, the size of soil particle, soil is grouped into 4 categories, that is clay, silt, sand and gravel. Okay. Now on the basis of composition of soil also, it is classified into 3 categories, that is sandy, clayey and loamy soil. So we had a comparative discussion of this sandy, clayey and loamy soil. We have discussed that the sandy soil, in sandy soil the sand particles are larger. Okay, and the gapping between the respective particles are very big, large I mean to say. Okay, it has a big space. Okay, it has a larger space, you can say. It has a larger space between the 2 respective particles, and the particles are also bigger in size. So as a result, it is well aerated, it has very less water holding capacity, and it has highest percolation rate. Means the water can seep down very comfortable between these from the gapping. which is present between the two respective particles. So percolation rate in soil, in sandy soil is highest. Okay. We discussed about clayey soil. Clayey soil is composed of the clay particles which are very fine. Okay, and the water holding capacity is more, and the percolation rate is less here. Okay, and it is not very much well aerated. And we discussed about loamy soil. Loamy soil is the best of all because it is the blend of both type of soil, the clayey soil and the sandy soil. Okay, and it is also well aerated. So we have discussed a comparative account of sandy soil, loamy soil and clayey soil. I hope you have understood that. And then we discussed about soil pollution. So what is soil pollution? Means contamination of soil by using different undesirable substances. So here in the textbook, basically focused, it was, basically the two agents which is responsible for soil pollution is discussed, that is by throwing the polythene bags. Okay, by throwing the polythene bags, soil can be polluted, and by using chemical pesticides in maximum amount, that also results in soil pollution. Okay, so that two things actually it is discussed in the textbook, but there are many more ways in which soil can be polluted. Then next we discussed about the soil profile. Okay, so soil profile is nothing but the vertical section through different layers of soil, and we have discussed under that topic that soil, it is having different layers, and all those different layers are termed as horizon. Okay, different layers are termed as horizon. So in if you can see the diagram which is given in the book, you will find that the first layer is said as A horizon, which is rich in humus and topsoil. Okay, it is that is again said as the topsoil where the plants used to grow. Then which is followed by B horizon, which is rich in minerals. All right. Then C horizon, where you will find the pieces of broken rocks, and followed by at the end, the D horizon is nothing but the bedrock. Bedrock, it is the hardest of all the layers because it is made up of the rocks. Okay, the rock, and it is very hard. Alright, even we cannot dig it with the help of a spade. So that's very hard. Okay, and then we discussed about different properties of soil. So different properties of soil, it contains air, it holds water, it absorbs water, percolation rate of water. We have discussed all these different points, and we discussed that basically the soil contains moisture. That was the first property which is given in the textbook, that the soil contains moisture. And now what is this moisture? Moisture is nothing but the content of, the amount of water which the soil contains. Now in order to prove that, we have discussed one activity which is given in the textbook. As per the activity, it is said that soil has to be heated in a test tube. Okay, and after some time what we will find that we will see that water droplets which is adhering inside the inner wall of the test tube. Now from where it has come? So what actually happens, the water which is present in the soil, okay, it gets evaporated. When we heat it, it gets evaporated, and that vapor when it comes under the contact of the cold surface of the test tube, it turns into liquid water droplets, so which confirms that the soil contains moisture. So this was the activity. Then we discussed about the percolation rate of different soil. Now what is this percolation? What is percolation actually? Percolation means nothing but the seeping down of the water from the gaps. Okay, drop by drop, the dripping down of the water. Okay, or we can say the water absorption by the soil. It's a property. So this percolation rate is different for different soil. Say for example, in the sand, I told you that gappings between the respective particles is large. Okay, so it has a big gap between that. So water very nicely it gets percolated down, drains down. Okay, that is why it is having the highest percolation rate. Now how to find out the percolation rate? What is percolation rate actually? So percolation rate is nothing but the amount of water percolated in per unit time. That is called percolation rate. Okay, so different soil, they have different percolation rate. So the highest is sandy soil, then the clay soil, and then it depends on the size of the particles. Alright. So we have discussed about that, and it is a way, to find out the percolation rate, we have one formula. So I will be giving you some of the numericals related to that, And then in the later half we discussed about the absorption of water by the soil. That is also different for different soil. Okay. Then we discussed about the soil erosion. Okay, we discussed about the soil erosion. So soil erosion is nothing but the process in which the top layer, the top soil is carried away. Okay, carried away by the air, water and rain. So that is called soil erosion. And then carrying away of the topsoil is called soil erosion by different agents like air, water. And in order to prevent that, we can grow more and more trees. And the roots of the trees, they used to hold the soil, and as a result it minimizes the soil erosion. So another method we can use the terrace farming. Okay, that also can prevent or reduces the rate of soil erosion. So at the end we discussed about soil and crops, means different crops, they require different types of soil for the growth. So I think you all have understood the mind map and the concept of the chapter. So dear students, today I would like to wind up. Thank you so much for listening to me. Stay safe. See you all in the next class. Thank you.